Organizing your life is rarely something that attracts attention. It doesn't generate applause, admiration, or instant recognition. In fact, most of the time, it goes completely unnoticed. Yet, according to Carl Jung, it is one of the most profound acts a human being can undertake. While many people focus on appearing strong, productive, or successful, the real work happens far away from external validation. It takes one of the greatest illusions of modern life is the belief that organization must be visible. Busy schedules, strict routines, and constant self-promotion often hide an anxious, fragmented inner world. Jung warned that when a person becomes overly concerned with appearances, they are often disconnected from their true nature. Real order does not seek approval. It does not need to be announced or displayed. It reveals itself through coherence, restraint, and inner stability. When you begin to organize your life from the inside out, something subtle happens. The urge to explain yourself disappears. The need to convince others fades. This is because real transformation does not require an audience. It requires honesty. For Carl Jung, the ultimate goal of life was not success or comfort, but individuation. Individuation is the process of becoming who you truly are, not who society expects you to be. From this perspective, organizing your life is not about efficiency or control. It is about integrating the parts of yourself that were ignored, suppressed, or rejected. Unacknowledged fears, unresolved conflicts, and denied desires do not disappear. They operate from the shadows, shaping your decisions unconsciously. The more these inner forces are ignored, the more chaotic life becomes on the outside. Order emerges when you turn inward and take responsibility for your psychological world. Jung famously stated that what we fail to confront within ourselves will eventually appear in our lives as fate. Recurring conflicts, chronic procrastination, unstable relationships, or a persistent sense of confusion are rarely accidental. They are often expressions of inner disorder. When parts of the psyche are denied, they seek expression indirectly. This creates noise, instability, and repetition. That is why organizing life solely at the external level never produces lasting change. True order begins when the inner world is acknowledged, rather than avoided. Silence, for Jung, was not emptiness. It was space. Space in which the unconscious could speak, without being drowned out by constant stimulation. Modern life is built on noise. Notifications, information overload, comparison, and endless distraction. All of this fragments attention and weakens inner contact. When you cultivate silence, you are not withdrawing from life. You are returning to your center. In silence, intuition becomes audible. Emotions settle. Decisions gain clarity. Without silence, true organization is impossible. In Jungian psychology, excess is rarely neutral. The accumulation of objects, commitments, information, and stimulation is often an unconscious attempt to fill an inner void. What appears as comfort on the surface is frequently avoidance underneath. When inner conflicts remain unresolved, the external world becomes a source of anesthesia. But psychological growth does not occur through accumulation. It occurs through refinement. Like an alchemical process, what is essential must be separated from what merely weighs us down. Every excess consumes psychic energy that could otherwise be directed toward clarity and integration. Jung did not view the ego as an enemy. He saw it as the organizing center of consciousness. A healthy ego is capable of setting boundaries. The inability to say no often reveals a weakened ego that seeks validation and fears rejection. Without boundaries, the psyche becomes fragmented. Resentment builds. Vital energy drains. Clear limits protect the individuation process. They preserve inner integrity. True authority does not announce itself. It is felt. Peace, in Jung's view, is not the absence of conflict. It is the integration of opposites. Every individual carries a shadow, repressed emotions, denied impulses, uncomfortable truths. Ignoring the shadow does not remove its influence. It gives it control. When the shadow is acknowledged without moral judgment, inner stability emerges. This is not a superficial calm. It is a grounded serenity rooted in wholeness. Where attention goes, psychic energy follows. If attention is not chosen consciously, it is shaped by collective forces. Dispersed attention fragments the psyche. Focused attention strengthens consciousness. To reclaim attention is to reclaim autonomy. This discipline restores the ego's highest function, mediating between the conscious and the unconscious. True transformation is not dramatic. It is gradual and internal. It is built through small, intentional actions, performed consistently. Moments of reflection, conscious choices, quiet discipline. This is the alchemy of the soul. Not fast, not visible, but real. Organizing your life means taking responsibility for your inner world and allowing order to emerge naturally. Now consider this question: what small conscious habit can you begin today to restore inner order? If this message resonated with you, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share it with someone who needs this perspective. Real transformation begins within.